Hi, Linda Basowski, 388A Orrington Lane in Rossmore. I have a positive thing to say, and then I have a question. My positive thing to say is related to the BGT comment about, and the general communication that we need to have publicity for the upcoming referendum. I'm relaying to the board an invitation on behalf of the League of Women Voters that we are more than happy to host an event for the board, for you to come and present to as many people as we can get to come out and hear it, because people need to hear what it is that we're proposing for our community. My other question, my question for tonight, and the other questions I have will be in the non-agenda section. On page 8, I'm a little confused about item N, which is related to the business administration position. If I'm reading this correctly, and please correct me if I'm not reading it correctly, it appears that we're now making Ms. Allen the permanent school board administrator / board secretary effective January 1st through June 30 at a salary that is less than she's currently earning as the acting secretary and business administrator. And then the other part of that question is that our policy, if I've read it correctly, says that the SBA / board secretary should be one position, which it has been in the past, to my understanding. So does this item N mean that, first of all, this is now a permanent position for Ms. Allen, and secondly, that Ms. Tagliaferro will no longer be the board secretary? And that's the only question I have for this portion.
Okay, did you want to speak to that?
Absolutely.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So tonight, and of course, under the purview of the board, it will be a recommendation of the superintendent, myself, that she will become the permanent business administrator / board secretary.
Right.
So we want to thank Ms. Tagliaferro, who is here ill this evening. Not that she's contagious, but she is ill, and I want to thank her for stepping up and being here, so thank you very much. So her services are always going to be needed in her position as the confidential secretary to the business administrator,
Absolutely.
but she will not be here after December.
Right.
And that is correct for January. And did I answer both questions?
Well, my other part of the question, or included in that
Oh, the
question,
salary.
was the salary portion
No,
is
so-
now being reduced.
It's actually not, because what's happening is Miss Allen is currently doing two jobs. She's currently the acting business administrator and the assistant business administrator. So the additional monies that was approved by the board previously was because she's literally doing two jobs. So what will happen is once she takes on the role, if the board approves it, as the business administrator, we are then actually, we're currently in the process because we have anticipated, which we are permitted to do, we have an anticipated search going on where she has been actively interviewing candidates as a replacement if she is board
For her
approved.
previous
That is
position
correct.
as assistant business
Correct.
administrator. Okay, so that the salary will not have an extra $7,500 a month as extra remuneration for doing two jobs.
That's correct.
Which is what the previous
That's
agreement
correct.
was.